I'm Jasmine with Safe Kids Grand Forks, and I'm going to talk to you about infant carriers and what to kind of expect when you bring your child home from the hospital. There's lots of different infant carriers to pick from, so you'll have to do some research to see which one works best for you and your vehicle. But one thing to watch for is the number of slots that are available for your harness to be in. We're seeing some car seats that only have 2 slots, or that lowest one just isn't low enough for some of these 6-pound or smaller babies that are going home. Shoulders need to be at or above these slots, so if they're below that, you're going to have some issues and your child isn't going to be as safe as they should be in that car seat. So watch for that. Make sure that your harness strap slots go nice and low for bringing home your infant. When you put your child in the car seat, you want to make sure that you get them in nice and tight. And that would be so that you can't pinch any webbing up at their shoulders. If it's too loose, they could be ejected from the car in a car crash. So we want to make sure we get them buckled in nice and tight. And a lot of car seats have these extra pads on the side. These can be confusing. Some people think these are supposed to be down in front, which pushes the chest clip down further. These are just kind of more of a vanity feature, and so that the straps aren't rubbing on your child's shoulders. Make sure those stay pushed back nice and far, and that your chest clip is up high, nice and high at the armpit level, and not down on the tummy. In a car crash, we don't want that pushing on soft tummy tissue. You want it to hit bones, so that's why we want to make sure that it stays up nice and high. If your car seat doesn't come with an extra insert for infants, or you forgot it at home, you don't want to buy a separate insert at all unless it was made by the manufacturer. So if Kiko made an insert, you could use that in a Kiko car seat. This is an example of one that was not made by Kiko, but that stores do sell. We don't recommend any aftermarket products that didn't come with the car seat or made by the manufacturer, as they weren't crash tested with it. So if you were to use this behind your child, that's extra padding that can make the seat not as tight if it were to compress in a car crash, or that could kind of slide behind their head in a crash also. One thing that you can do is you can take a rolled up receiving blanket and put that on either side of your child if there is a lot of extra space and you don't have the insert that came with the car seat. So this can go on either side, just like that. And that would take up your extra space. You would want to put this in after your child is strapped in, so that you know that they're in nice and tight and this isn't affecting anything. We do not recommend putting it behind their head at all, or around their head like this, because when you're in the car, they're moving back and forth a little bit. This could slide behind their head, and it's going to cut off their airway. Their necks aren't strong enough to push their head back. So we want to make sure that there's nothing back here that could cause problems with that. So if you need extra padding on the side, you can roll up a receiving blanket nice and tight and put that on either side. With winter in North Dakota, it can get very cold here, and there's lots of aftermarket products that can be purchased. One that Safe Kids does not recommend would be this example of a Bundle Me. The reason for that is it goes actually behind the child and can affect the straps. You can see here there's slots for the straps to come out, but it's not going to be in exactly the right spot, so that's going to be extra bunching that can get in the way. So we don't want you to put anything behind your child. We recommend that you strap before you wrap. So you would put your child in, get them strapped in nice and tight. You can put blankets over the top, and then this would be an example of something that would be okay to use. This can go completely over the top of your car seat. It's not affecting how tight your straps are at all. It's not getting in the way of anything. And then just make sure that you open up the top when you're in the car so that that's not sitting on your child's face, causing some problems with breathing. For more information, you can visit safekidsgf.com.